This is from Ken. Ken responding to my comments on the program yesterday. He says, Patrick, while radio station surfing here in Chicago, I heard your discussion with caller John regarding abortion, and I was amazed by your autocratic attitude regarding this issue. Patrick, since you, John, and I are all males, we cannot even remotely know what women experience either physically or emotionally in rape, childbirth, or abortion. Hence, why do you assume any, and this is all in caps, male is justified in directing what females should do with their bodies? Well, let's pause there for a second. This seems a bit one-sided, Ken, because I'm guessing that you accept what 7 males decided women could do with their bodies in the Roe versus Wade decision. Huh? You're all about that, huh? I don't know if you are. I'm just guessing. But if you are, if you really believe what you're saying here, that a man can't have any kind of an opinion, he can't be justified in suggesting what should or should not be done because he's not a woman, well, then how do you explain your support for Roe versus Wade, if in fact you support it, because it was all men? I think it's a very one-sided argument, but let's continue. Ken says, we both know that men would never allow women to likewise direct us. No, we don't both know that, because maybe women would have, under the right set of circumstances, the wisdom and the wherewithal to see something that's not, this happens all the time. You have a female physician, and the female physician says, here's what you need to do. And if you take this medicine, or you have this procedure, or you don't do this, or you do this, here's my regimen that I recommend for you. You can take her advice or not, I suppose, but the fact that she's a woman doesn't matter. The fact that she may be a woman who's giving you advice about manly problems doesn't mean that she can't be qualified and have the experience and the training to give you as a man advice on what you should do with your body, even though she's not a man. Continuing, Ken says, and your misguided notion that adoption is the all-encompassing answer is pure hokum. I have volunteered for decades in Chicago area orphanages, and they are overflowing with despondent children who have not been adopted and stand little chance of ever being taken into a loving family. That's a red herring fallacy, Ken. Come on, man. Just a little bit of basic logic would help you out here. First of all, I never said that adoption is the all-encompassing answer. It is the answer, or it certainly is an answer, to the question, do we kill this unborn child or do we let it live? Adoption is an answer to that. It is a life-giving answer. And by saying it is better to have this child given up for adoption than it is to kill the child, your argument, it's a red herring, because you're saying here that just because some children do suffer in orphanages, which I do not dispute, or just because some children wind up being unhappy because they are not adopted by parents, which I do not dispute, it in no way invalidates the point that I'm making, that it's better to offer life to an unborn child through adoption than it is to kill the unborn child. Let's continue. There's an error in each sentence of your letter, by the way, Ken. Where are we? Okay. And please give me the statistics regarding how many so-called pro-life opponents have actually adopted offspring of females who did not choose to have abortions. Well, you got me on this one, Ken. I don't have those statistics at my fingertips, but you know what? I have 3 nieces and nephews in my own family, and I just saw them actually 3-4 weeks ago. I've got 2 nephews and a niece, all 3 of whom were adopted by my brother and sister-in-law because their mothers were planning to abort them. And they were being strongly encouraged to abort those children. And my brother and his wife, they stepped in and said, we will adopt these children. And they did. And these happy, beautiful teenage kids, the oldest of whom is at college. I want to protect their privacy, so I won't say anything more specific. But he's at a Catholic college, doing well, thriving. He's got a girlfriend, and he's doing really well in his academics. And the other 2 are just not far from going to college themselves. So, yeah, I've got some skin in the game, I guess you could say, indirectly. My wife and I were blessed with 11 biological children. We probably would have adopted some if we could have, but we were so busy with 11 that kind of had our hands full. But, yeah, my own family is populated with people who we're not so-called pro-life proponents, we're pro-life. And we have actually adopted offspring of females who chose not to have abortions. How do you like them apples? And lastly, Ken says, this is not a simple issue at all, Patrick. This is the condescending part where he pats me on the head. This is not a simple issue at all, Patrick, and it is very unfortunate that the so-called right-to-life movement purports to have all the correct answers. Best wishes, Ken. Well, Ken, thank you. And I don't mean to be overly facetious when I respond to you, but come on, man, get your head out of the clouds. Get in the game. Start thinking, along the lines of actual arguments, not slogans, not logical fallacies. You're stuck in first gear here, Ken. So let me give you one final thought. Let me ask you a question. Why is it not a simple issue in your mind? What is not simple about it to say you don't have a right to kill an innocent person? What's not simple about that? And to make it a little clearer, let me just shuffle things around here. Let's substitute the word slavery for abortion, just for the purposes of a thought experiment here. What is not simple about saying you don't have a right to own a black person as a slave? How is that not simple? You either have a right to do it or you don't have a right to do it. You either have a right to take the life of an innocent person or you don't have a right to take the life of an innocent person. It's utterly simple. You say that it's unfortunate that the so-called right-to-life movement purports to have all the correct answers. I don't purport to have all the right answers, certainly not on every question that might come my way. But I tell you what, Ken, I do have the right answer when it comes to the question, do I have the right to take the life of an innocent person? The answer is no. Simple, and it is the right answer. Now, there are a lot of people who would disagree with me, but I can stand my ground and defend that answer. I can pull science in. I can pull divine revelation in. I can pull human compassion. I can pull in all the ways in which I can defend my position. And you know what? I don't think you can really defend your position if you disagree with me. So yes, it is a simple answer. And it's an unpopular answer, but it's still true. Don't be afraid of the truth, Ken. What did Jesus say? I am the way, the truth, and the life. He said, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. So I invite you, Ken, to take the fetters off, take the shackles off, let go of the slogans, let go of the partisanship, let go, whatever it is that's holding you back from letting the truth liberate you on this very simple issue, that you do not have a right to take the life of an innocent person. And then, man, oh man, join us in the winner's circle. Join us in the winner's circle, the pro-life winner's circle. I'll be right back.
For more of The Patrick Madrid Show, visit relevantradio.com/Patrick.